and hello everyone who's joining us today. Well, not us, but me, myself. My name is Bob, and I am a community. Is it on? Yes, it's on. Sorry, and I am a community manager for Hero Wars. Today I am alone from my apartment, as you can see. As you know, the situation around the world is not too cheerful. This is why we thought that it's going to be fun, hopefully, to have this live stream for subscribers. You are here because you turned on the notifications on YouTube, and that's good for you. If you're here because this link was shared, and make sure to ring the bell, not only subscribe to our channel, but ring the bell, so you won't ever miss streams like that. So anyway, what kind of stream is that? This is a stream for subscribers where we just chat with you guys. We just read the messages in the chat more frequently rather than when we have some information to tell you on our informational streams. And yeah, I will just be answering your questions tonight. Hope that will be fun enough. If you're wondering if there's going to be a gift, sorry, not today. These kind of streams are not going to contain gifts. There might be exceptions to this rule, and I will talk more about it as we go along, since not everyone has joined yet, definitely not everyone who could, so I'll keep that information closer to the end of the actual stream. So if you're here, if you don't care too much about the gift, good for you, stay, and we are going to discuss something. I'm going to read out loud the questions you guys have in the chat and answer them as honestly and as informative as I possibly can. But before that, tell me how you're doing, guys. Are you feeling well? Like, is everything's fine? Because of this whole self-isolation thing, I hope you have an opportunity to stay at home safely. If you have to go to work, totally get it. Like many friends of mine, they have to still physically go to work. So if you have to do that, just stay safe as possible. Stay healthy. I hope you're doing fine. Right, as you can see, I'm managing. I was able to make a little setup here at home to do this live stream with you guys. Hope many of you are as fortunate as I am. So that's right. Let's just dive right into the questions. I'll see if you guys have any by the time we've started, or maybe you just have something pleasant. Or maybe not so pleasant for me to say or to read out loud. All right, let's start with this. Need more portal charges per day. Now, what we can already do and what we've already done is that we are trying to give away as much portal charges as possible during the last week. Like if you follow like us on Facebook or in Discord, you definitely might have seen a couple of times when we were giving away portal charges. Now, I realize that you would probably want those portal charges to be something to be present in the game more, rather than just on Facebook or Discord in the form of a temporary present. But for now, the amount of portal charges is probably going to stay the same for at least for the nearest future. But we know it's gloomy times for someone, so we will try to give away as many gifts on our official page as possible to keep you guys more entertained during this time. There's a question in German that is repeated several times. I'm sorry. I could read it out loud, but I wouldn't understand it. I used to study German when I was a kid. I can pretend like I speak it, but I don't. So I'm afraid if you have a question, that will have to be in English. Do you know that we can't activate the bell? So I've heard about this issue. Some people apparently can't ring the bell for some reason. I heard assumptions that it has something to do with the fact that we have, in our settings of our channel, something related to the kids content, but we don't. So that's strange. I mean, please check out your settings. Maybe somewhere there it says something about, looking for the content that is appropriate for kids only. This channel does not have a content appropriate for kids, so we don't have this kind of setting. In fact, when we go live, we have to, each time make sure and press the accept button that this stream is not suitable for kids. So I'm afraid I'm not really sure what some people can't ring the bell. Maybe we will find the solution for it, but not for now. Shane Hall says, I hope everyone is safe from the coronavirus. My thoughts are with you, Shane, and with everyone else in the chat. What Paul be at new? I'm sorry, I can't read it. It's probably the translation from that German question. I'll have to read something else. It's just it doesn't make any sense. Will the new hero be male or female? Someone made a translation for that question. Right. So our devs are actually indeed working on a new hero. The concept of this hero, as well as appearances, are still discussed, but I think it's safe to say already that it's going to be a female hero. I think this bit of information, is already something that I can tell you. But when it comes to her skills, her role, and of course the time when this hero will be released, this kind of information is not available still. And sometimes when I will be answering those questions, I will have to stay cryptic about things. And the reason to that is pretty simple. Like, we don't want to give you guys, false hope, maybe false expectations, because, game development is a very flexible process, which changes constantly under different circumstances. So we don't want to, tease something that can probably be changed in the future, because somewhere someone's hopes will be crushed because of that kind of announcement. So this is why when we announce something, we try to be careful, but we can already say safely that it's going to be a female hero. That is true indeed. We need a new Kark skin. Kark is feeling pretty well as a hero right now. He has a very high win rate. Adding a new skin for Kark is not doing justice for the game, because each skin makes a hero more viable, it makes a hero stronger. And Kark doesn't need to become stronger at this point. So the skins are only added for heroes who could use some help, to become even more viable than they already are, and Kark doesn't need that. Will Sebastian be nerfed? Most likely no, at least not in the upcoming future. And I know the origin of this question, right? Like, people are saying that Sebastian allows Kark and maybe Kira to crit immensely, and also Sebastian is very good against Satori. But the thing is, like, the whole game is built around the fact that there are heroes that are good against other heroes. Like, I've been already given this example today, but for example, when we added Martha in the game, she became a hero who's very strong in the backline and also a support hero. Usually support heroes are very squishy, and heroes like Jorgen or Ju, they could easily target those heroes and take them down. And Martha, basically when she came out, she said, well, the backline is strong now. Like, you can't really kill Martha all that efficiently with Ju and Jorgen anymore. So this is an example of a hero who was added and whose purpose was to be good against some heroes. This is why Sebastian being good against Satori, for example, is not reason good enough for Sebastian to be nerfed, because that's how the whole game works. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so again, I see the same question already translated about a gender of a new hero. It's gonna be female hero, guys. I already told you. Please don't spam, because like I love the fact when the chat is active, but there are many players who want their questions to be read out loud, probably. So if you already got the answer to your question, and even if you haven't yet, please don't spam that extensively. That really is distracting. Will Kira be nerfed? She's broken. I don't think Kira is broken. In fact, I play as Kira. I play as Kira, and I play with Fenris as a patron pet, and she's doing good against surprisingly, maybe for some of you, Kark teams because of the blind. But she's still the setups with Kira usually struggle against mage packs. Like, for example, like if you have Kira, you probably have maybe Nebula with her, right, and maybe Sebastian, Probably Astros as a tank, very popular tank. And this kind of setup doesn't provide any magic defense, any additional magic defense, no artifacts to boost that stat. So Kira really suffers from, well, Kira teams in general, they tend to suffer from extensive magic damage, especially against magic damage and area of effect magic damage. That can be a weakness. So yeah, I don't think Kira is, you know, broken in any way. She's really good after she was reworked, but no, she's not like a universally great hero. There are no universally great heroes. I know some people believe that Karth is the one, but no, I can beat him with Kira. Why is there no event for VIP points? Please answer. Well, I believe almost every single event that we have has rewards for VIP level. That is something that has not been the case for the most of the time, for the most existence of the game. So we already have that. Like, it's not directly connected to the VIP points per se, but it is connected to a VIP level. So yeah, we already have that. But if you meant something else, like you can be more specific, maybe I will see your question and you know, answer it in a better way. Thank you for answer, Bob. No problem, Bruno. Need an Arabic hero. Well, I don't want to go into like, you know, like this kind of stuff in the sense that our heroes are not from the real world. They're not like, you know, from any Asian region or Eastern, you know, Eastern Asia and Western Asia regions. But Elmir's kind of, you know, has this vibe, like Arabic vibe. I mean, you can probably agree with that. Like, you know, his whole lore comes from like a place, you know, hard desert place and so on. So we already have that. Oh, by the way, one of the you know, visual concepts for the new hero, they are kinda from the same direction as well. It might be changed, but if it won't, you might be satisfied actually with what you will get. All right. Will we get any new titans? Well, our developers are not actually planning to add any new titans in the game, and especially not new elements, the whole new elements. Excuse me. That is a very popular question. Like, when will you add, like, I don't know, air titans or I don't know, metal or wooden titans or something like that. But adding new titans and adding new elements will bring disarray in the current state of the game, because if you didn't know, there is a thing when, you know, water titans are good against fire titans are good against earth titans, and well, earth titans are good against water titans. So there's this, you know, circle, this connection between them. They're intertwined, and adding new element will just mean that we will have to rework the entire system, which is not necessarily desirable, you know, because players are accustomed already to the current scheme. So probably no new titans in the nearest future. What about new titan skins? Well, as well, our developers now are concentrated on doing something for adventure game mode, like for pets, for new adventures, that kind of stuff. The concepts are already in development. So answering your questions, no titan skins for now. Maybe in the future. Any plans on adding a glyph reset function like the Gift of Elements has? That is actually a pretty sweet idea, like in my personal opinion. Like, if you have any sort of feedback like that, I will be collecting it. This is one of the reasons, you know, to make these kind of streams where we just talk. I will let the devs know about your idea. Who knows, maybe in the future that will be implemented. Why my Luther is not jumping? Well, if your Luther is not jumping, he's probably under control effects of some sort. But if you think that there's something off, you can always write a ticket to our support team. They have tools to check out a specific game where something weird happened and see if there's a glitch of any sort. So yeah. When will strengthen the car? Again, car is not going to be strengthened anytime soon because he feels great. His win rate is good, and making him stronger is not something good for the game. All right. Would it be possible in the future to merge server accounts or a global account VIP level? Not in the nearest future. Like, every single type of game that every single version of Hero Wars that we have, meaning like, you know, version on Facebook or the web version, they are not connected in any sort of way. We have a policy against transferring any kind of progress between them. So unless that changes, I don't imagine, a universal account that you could use like on any platform. I don't think it's going to happen. There are different reasons for that, because different versions might at some point become different, or might at some point already be different. They're not now, but it might happen, and we would like to have separate versions of the game accessible, which means that there's for now there's no way for an account that would work everywhere. But who knows, right? Maybe in the future, but you should not expect that in the nearest future, that's for sure. All right. Let's see, what do we have else? How do we get elemental totem fragments? Well, you open Titan artifact spheres. That's the only way you get them. I mean, sometimes there are, contests in our official groups, on our official pages, like Facebook page, sometimes Discord as well, where we might give away those type of fragments, but it's not something that is provided by the game itself. So if you're talking about the game itself, then yeah, I mean, you just have to open Titan artifact spheres. That's pretty much it for now. We had a special event this year on this New Year's where you did have a chance to get a totem fragment of your choice. So maybe something like that will be happening again. But for now, yeah, just open Titan artifact spheres. They are rare. That's why you're probably asking, because you've probably opened several of them already, or quite a bunch even, and still haven't got one. That happens because totem fragment is very valuable. It's a very valuable resource. I would argue that probably the most valuable in my personal opinion. So this is why it's just so rare, because it makes your Titan team so much stronger. Say hello to the... I'm sorry, I read the message. This is the same guy from the Russian stream of the same sort we had like half an hour ago. And I already read his message about saying hi to some guildmate of his, and he tricked me into almost tricked me into doing that again. Okay, why not unlock the winter skins? They are connected to the winter spring event. We want them to be seasonal. This is why that's how they become very desirable. And I do understand where you're coming from, because I've already mentioned that I play as Akira, and I'm playing on a server that was opened after the last Winterfest event, which means that I don't have a very important skin for her, which is armor penetration. So yeah, I totally get you, but at the same time, those winter skins are very precious, because you can get them only during a specific event, and we would like it to stay that way, at least for now. At least for now, it's going to stay that way. What is the theme of the next event? We don't really have information about the next events that close to the actual release. I mean, that far from the actual release, rather, right? But the next event is going to be probably one of the, the ones that you've already seen. It's not going to be something like the Easter that has already, passed on Facebook and web version of the game. When we are going to have something big, something like summer festival, something like that, or maybe Halloween, but probably going to happen sooner than Halloween, we will definitely let you know in advance, maybe several days, maybe even a week, because if the event is huge, we always try to get the information going as soon as possible. So yeah. Will next Titan be one that holds power of element like a Mega Titan? Maybe. Well, as I already said, there are no plans on adding a new Titan anytime soon. So since there's no plan to add a new Titan, there is no idea at work about what kind of Titan that would be, right? So yeah, sorry, definitely not something that's going to happen anytime soon. Will they put skins in Outland chests or pet potion in regular campaign for Facebook? Pet potions, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I will definitely let the devs know, but skins in Outland chests, I mean, that's probably coming from someone who plays or at least knows about similar feature on mobile version, but mobile version is very different from us. Different development team, different events. Some things are similar, but only so much, this is why it doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna have the same thing added if something is added to the mobile version of the game. But who knows, maybe it will happen. But as you might know, Outland is different in mobile version. So this is why they have, different rewards in the shop for Outland as well. All right, where's the gift? Right, I haven't mentioned it in a while, actually, since the beginning of the stream. This is not a stream with a gift. There's not going to be a gift during this stream at all. That might change the next same stream that we're going to have for subscribers. Actually, yeah, I think like the next stream for subscribers is going to have a gift. Let's go with that. Like, why not? Also, we might do something, other than answering questions. Maybe it can be boring for some of you. So, I mean, we could like play the 13th adventure with other community managers, for example, or maybe fight against high-level Outland bosses. So, if you would like to do that, let us know. I mean, maybe you prefer some way or some activity compared to another. We will do that. So yeah, this time no gift, but next stream, let's make a gift. Right, there's gonna be a gift. But in order not to miss it, you have to subscribe to our channel and press the bell button. It's very important. I hope you can physically do that. That would mean that you will not miss this kind of stream next time. And next time, there's going to be a gift as as an exception, because we this type of streams is not really about that. It's about getting together, about chatting. We would like to have an active user base on these streams. Not just those who might pop up only to get the gift and abandon the stream. All right, is there a plan to rework Fire Titans that are so weak compared to others? I beg to disagree. Again, Fire Titans are good against Earth Titans. If you're talking about Guild Wars, you would not usually put Fire Titan team in defense. That is true. Like if you go to your Guild Wars, if you're playing in Silver or even in Bronze on some servers, like mostly the teams on the bridge are going to be consistent of Earth Titans and Water Titans. But just because of that, well, if that's the reason why you think that Fire Titans are weaker, it's not the case, because like Fire Titans are really good against Earth Titans in attack. It's just you just don't really see them in defense all that much. When I was playing on Facebook, I used I'm not playing on Facebook now, but when I used to, I had a Fire Titan team for myself. It was actually pretty good with, with not only Araji, but I forgot the name, Eden, right? But with Eden in attack, actually makes for quite a good team. We don't really have a Titan element that is like weaker or stronger than the others. They depend on the situation. That's just what I'm trying to say. All right. Special VIP bundles for VIP 11 and up. I'm not sure. Like, I don't wanna disinform you, but I've been like hearing something that might be happening. Like in the sense that there might be bundles aimed for higher VIP levels, but I don't really have any specific information on that for now. But thanks for letting me know. All right. Any plans for events for pets? Yes. Not in the not in this month, probably not next month, but that is remain to be seen. It's just that we know that, and developers know that you would love to have this event, but for now they're concentrated on bringing you new adventure and new pet before making an event about them. But make sure that be sure rather that. When the pet event is happening, we will definitely let you know. But you shouldn't expect it, in April or even in May. Unfortunately, maybe unfortunately for you. Okay. Do you ever remove a player's access to support? I think you're asking because you're maybe waiting for a reply and not getting it yet, because like usually that almost never happens. A player is so rarely restricted the access to support. I heard about cases like that when a player was, like literally sending death threats. That might be a reason for a support team to just block the user from support. But even then, it rarely happens. So now, if you haven't received an answer yet, I actually just learned before the stream that our support team is rather swarmed with tickets, actually, with open tickets. And they will definitely get back to you soon as soon as possible. Now, also, if you send them a ticket not from a game, but using an email, just the email, not from a game, then check your email, because you might have gotten the automated reply saying that you should create a ticket from the game, or send them your game ID. That might be the reason why you're not receiving an answer yet, so check your email, right? Will there be a new chapter 16 after Say More? Most likely not. Like, Say More is a pretty good, finishing point for the campaign. Like a really complicated and interesting mechanic-wise boss that just sums up the plot perfectly, in my opinion. So in the nearest future, there's definitely not going to be new campaign chapters. That might change, but I don't know, not anytime soon. Ooh, okay, my voice is starting to crackle. Sorry guys. Can pets be added to guild battle scenes? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Guild battle, like, scenes, do you mean like simulation, or do you mean like make a patronage for Guild Wars a different thing, like in a different window? Because I know that sometimes people are asking for that. Yeah, we know that like players do want to have, some players want to have separate patronage window for their teams on Guild Wars. That might happen, but like it's not in the development yet. It's not it's not decided whether it's even going to happen or not. So stay tuned. We will definitely be keeping you in touch if things like that are going to happen. All right. Whew. As I've already said, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit here, so I'm gonna be wrapping up. I'm gonna finish with another announcement, not another announcement, but rather repeat an important announcement for the next stream, and just maybe read a couple more questions, and I'll be off then. So we're going to have the same stream. I don't know when. We haven't decided yet. Definitely not this week anymore, and probably not the next week. But the next stream for subscribers we're gonna have a gift on it, right? And so in order not to miss it, ring the bell on our YouTube channel. You will get a notification, because we won't notify players using social networks, meaning like Facebook or Discord. So yeah, don't miss that. If you would like us to, we would play the 13th adventure. That was one of the ideas we had for an interactive part of the stream, or maybe like, I don't know, face against high-level outland bosses, for example. I don't know what's more interesting to you. Let us know. And anyway, next time is going to be a gift as an exception, so make sure not to miss that stream. So that was the important message that some of you might have missed. And I will end with a couple more questions before I go completely mute here. You're not ashamed to block access to support. Wow. So as I've already said, no one, literally no one, is getting blocked from support ever. A person might get blocked only if there's like, death threats involved, something extreme like that. So no, we are not blocking people from support. I just I hope that this time I won't be misinterpreted in that regard. All right, and various soul stones available in any new way soon. What about skin for Martha? Well, like, Anvari soul stones are already available in hero chests and in hero soulstone chests, the ones that you can purchase or rather get sometimes from us, which contain 100 soulstones of a hero of your choice. Also, like on the 28th, I believe, day of consecutive logging in, you get a small hero's soulstone chest, which contains 50 soulstones of your choice. So you will be able to get your own various soulstones from there. And if you are VIP 10 or higher, you will even get 2 small soulstones on that day, on the 28th day, meaning 100 soulstones of your choice, which is great. All right, let's pick the last question. Sebastian soulstone before Christmas? Probably yes. Probably you will be able to get Sebastian before the next Winterfest event. Most likely his soulstones will be added to heroic chest and hero soulstone chests when the new hero is out, but not before, definitely not before. And again, I don't really have an information about when will the next hero will be out, but relatively speaking, it's not going to be an awfully long time before the new hero comes out. So, right, I think that's about it for today. That was an absolute pleasure, you guys. I just love talking to you in, you know, this domestic atmosphere that I have here. It was great. You just made my evening. I hope that I was able to answer most of the. I was able to answer correctly, or, you know, in a satisfactory way for most of your questions. If I haven't read your question out loud, please don't get offended. As you can see, there are lots of questions in the chat. I am but alone here. All right, don't miss our second stream. Ring the bell, and you will get the gift on the next stream for subscribers like this one. So stay tuned, stay healthy, and I will see you later, guys. Bye.